Hey everyone, Artist Creation back again, and we have a brand new video, and today's video is based around my Titan for my brand new ZEUS build, and it's for chaining everything. Now, for this setup, we have ZEUS Marchers, our favorite exotic from PvP, that is literally breaking the game, going through walls, chaining off crystals, dead bodies. But I thought, what if I brought that into PvE for a little bit of fun, and it worked out perfectly, more so than I thought. So I'll be running Dunes, and we're going to be running Bottom Tree Striker. So Bottom Tree Striker has Frontal Assault. It got Reversal, it got Knockout, and Trample. And these three are your main ones to worry about for this build. So when you're proccing your Frontal and Knockout, you're going to be making wells with this build. And Reversal will just keep you up all of the time as you're getting melee kills. I run a Pulse Grenade with that as well. Just to have it. It's not necessarily needed. What grenade you use is up to you. Now I run a Wrist Walker for this, and that is just for the lightweight frame, so I can move in quicker, and it comes with demo, which is handy, so I can just help myself get some more grenade energy when needed. Anything for the middle slot will work, and I use a Blast Bat 2 for chain reaction, and you could also use a Salvo with chain reaction, but anything with chain would work just fine for this build. And because of that, we have Explosive Well Maker, which works perfect with chain reaction on these boys here. Really good. Nice synergy. Then I run a double hands-on to get my super energy quicker with my melees. I run a double momentum transfer, and that gives you your grenade. When you throw your grenade, you get melee cooldown, and I run a melee well maker on that bad boy. I run a bountiful wells here, nothing too special, and then I run a melee well maker here and here. So that's 3. And then you run Invigoration and you run Outreach, and that's just to get your regeneration back when picking up orbs and putting down your barrier. Now that is the bare bones of the build. The best thing to do now is just get into it, and we'll see how it works. So let's just clear up this first area. So the main thing with ZEUS Marchers, if you see on the bottom screen as I'm sprinting, is linear actuators. Now you need that to be up for it to chain at all. So we're just going to get rid of this boy here, and he chained, and we created 6 wells, 4 arc, 2 solar. Now that'll happen every single time you use your charge melee. So I'm going to hit him, we chained it, we cleared the room, there's another 6 wells. Now while this is up, you see it, I chain more wells, but you can chain more because you've got your Frontal and Knockout is up. So he chained it again, but didn't do anything that time. So I find it can be slightly inconsistent from time to time, but you have to make sure you have your linears procced up, because you're not going to get those explosive wells if you're just punching without having linear actuators procced. So we're going to pop down here, we're going to hit these boys and watch the distance this chains. So I even hit the guy up on the roof over there, that's another 6 wells. And I'm going to just use my uncharged melee, which also works for the chains with Dunes. So you build up your linears, you run down here, you punch him, and that was just my normal punch, not my charged. And because you can proc Knockout with just your normal one as well. So I've got to watch out for these boys here. Just blow them up. And I'm going to run in here. I'm going to hit him with a Knockout. Now that'll chain. And I got my 6 wells, and that wasn't even a charged melee. So you can still proc it, and that's charged, and you still get your 6. I'll get rid of this boy here because he's just shielding. I got my linears procced. We're going to punch, and it chains everyone. There's another 6. So it is just a continuous chain, and you just absolutely decimate everything. So you would always create 6 wells consecutively once you're getting those kills. Now I shouldn't have punched that, me being a Titan as it is. I decided I could punch anything, but no. But yeah, it's honestly really fun. You could use this in GMs if you wanted to, but I wouldn't recommend it. This would be more for a fun build. I'd recommend you could probably use it in legendary lost sectors, even some raids. It would be fine if you're just going for those ad clears. Like if you're the ad clear guy, pop on that super bottom tree arc, and you just need to punch, run and punch, get that shoddy out, go for that extra boost in speed, and just punch away, chain it, and everything just dies. And we get rid of this boy up here, and we'll have one lot of ads to kill with the actuators, I think. Just down here, gotta open it. Oh, we got an extra boy hanging around. There we go. That's a couple of more wells. We open this up, and we pick these up, and then we're going to kill the last few ads here, and that'll be everyone. And there you go. The amount that it can chain is phenomenal. I don't think it's limited. I think once there's enough ads in the room, it almost chains to everyone, as far as I know. So the build is, you got your double hands on for building your super with explosive Wellmaker. You got your double momentum transfer and a melee Wellmaker, a bountiful wells. You want to be running invigoration and melee Wellmaker, so just picking up orb of power gives you melee cooldown, which is not exactly necessarily needed. You can run your scavs, you can run whatever you want. I find this helps for the fun side of it when you're not worried about ammo. Outreach is same here, so you got your melee cooldown reduced using your class ability and melee Wellmaker there. Now you could try and take a Wellmaker off, or an even explosive, and you could put on Well of Striking for additional melee energy when you pick stuff up for the arc wells, or you could run Overcharged Wellmaker. You can have Seeking Wells. There's loads of different combos, but for me, I personally like just creating as many wells as possible. Now, if you do decide to take away that explosive Wellmaker and add another melee, it will only add one more well, because it increases it by one for every mod that's extra on top with the bountiful wells. So you'll only be generating probably 5 wells, maybe 6 at most. But I don't think you're going to get to 6 using the 4. But I could be completely wrong. I haven't tested it too much yet, because I prefer to have the explosive Wellmaker, because you can try different things using explosive. Because you can also make it work with your chain reaction guns and stuff like that. And then of course you got your bottom 3 striker, and I got a pulse grenade on, as I said, and you got your ZEUS Marchers. So again, linear actuators increases sprint speed, sprinting builds up static charge, and then you melee someone and it chains to everyone. So that's the build. So thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you like what you see, and I will catch you in the next one.